Huh? I lost my virginity when I was 13? Yeah. That's gross. Is that gross? I've had people ask me, like, well, how old was she? There's no answer that makes it less gross. 13, 30, it's gross. All the way. All the way. We're not going to talk about that too much because, it's offensive. We're not going to talk about how in middle school I was just fresher than wet paint, throwing the dick all over the hallway of Edison Middle School. Not going to talk about that because it's offensive and gross. What we are going to talk about is the conversation I had with a friend of mine the day I was going to lose my virginity. So I got out of middle school. Gross. I got out of middle school at 3 o'clock, 3 p.m., 3 bells. I was going to see this girl at 9 o'clock. So I'm out of middle school, right after school, talking to my friend CJ. I was like, hey man, I'm kind of nervous about tonight. Do you have any advice? And he goes, well, I don't have any advice. Let me ask you a question. I have a serious question for you. Are you going to put the condom on now? 6 hours before you see this girl. Or are you going to wait and put it on later? I was 13, so I was pretty, I still haven't quite figured it out, but I was real dumb when I was 13. We had probably a half-hour conversation on the pros and cons of putting a condom on 6 hours before you use it. Because in my mind, I was like, I should probably throw it on now, because I don't want to make things all weird later. And we're making out, and I'm going to stop and be like, hold on, I'm going to go put a condom on my penis, then I'll be back. That, to me, that was what would have been weird. So, now that we're all adults, we're all grown up, just take a walk with me, all right? Just imagine. Let's go on a little walk. Hold my hand or don't, Let's just go. So just imagine you're on a date with a guy. You're a straight gal, curious lesbian, or a gay gentleman, right? You're on a date with a guy. You're just like, damn, this dude's kind of dope. I might have to fuck this guy tonight. I'm not sure yet. We'll see how the movie goes. I'm an old-fashioned guy. Dinner and a movie. I love it. I love dinner and a movie. So you go to the movie, not even watch the movie. You're just looking at the dude like, yeah, dog. It is on like Michelle Kwan. Gonna fuck your brains out when we get home. So you go back to the crib. You start making out, kind of petting a little bit. Go to slide his pants off. Already got a condom. What would you even do? I have no idea what I would do. I know it's funny, but honestly, think about it. Just imagine somebody in here has a condom on right now. Super gross. I am from South Dakota. I love going back for the holidays to see what my mom still thinks I want for Christmas. It's fantastic. I'm 35 years old. I just turned 35. So last year, year of our Lord, 2015, 34 years old. Your girl Kelly Jordan got me a pair of Xbox 360 all over print cotton boxers. For like its own present. It wasn't like a stocking present, it wasn't mixed in with a bunch of other shit like an Xbox or a $100 bill. It was just a pair of Xbox 360 all over print cotton boxers. Unpack it real quick. So they were long, big cotton boxers. I haven't worn those since like middle school, back when I first started fucking. You know what I mean? And they had little Xbox 360 logos all over them, little quarter size, just boom, Xbox 360 logos all over them. I never had an Xbox. She knows that. She knows I never had an Xbox because she never bought me an Xbox. Why on God's green earth would you give me Xbox 360 all over print cotton boxers? And they were red. Anyone that knows anything about Xbox knows their color's green, so that means she got me fake Xbox 360 all over print cotton boxers. I can't imagine her thought process, just like walking in Sears, wherever you would get Xbox 360 all over print cotton boxers, and just stopping, being like, whoa! Excuse me, Sears employee, are those, or are those not Xbox 360 all over print cotton boxers for the low, low sale price of $2 American? They are? Well, you're goddamn right I'm going to buy them for my 34-year-old son. He can grow a beard. A full beard. I'm going to buy him for him. As a Christmas present that he's going to open up in front of his whole family. He's going to act like he's pretty jazzed on these Xbox 360 all over print cotton boxers. And I think it's very appropriate for me to still buy him the weird layer in between his dick and his jeans. That's what I think. It'd be like if I got my mom some sexy lingerie with pool tables all over it. Why would I do that? You know? Hey Mom, what's that last present under the tree? Yeah, girl. Go ahead, rip it open. Yeah, that's some sexy lingerie with pool tables all over it. Goddamn right. Why don't you throw it on and go snag me a stepdad? Yeah? She did. I have a stepdad now. I had a really bad dad when I was a kid. They got divorced when I was real young. I was like 6 months old. They got divorced, and I'm just gonna paint like a little picture of my dad for you, because he came back when I was like 12 years old. So he was gone for 12 years. Just had a shred of custody of me. And he took me to a family reunion in North Dakota, and we're sitting. So he's sitting. We had two beds. He's sitting on his bed, just as drunk as you could be without dying, right? And I was on my bed, being 12. That's pretty sober, you know, just 12. And he's sitting there. He's like, "Hey, go get your old man a soda." I was like, "All right." So I went to go get him a soda, and I bring it back to the room, and he's like, "All right, dump it out." I go, "All right." I dumped it out. I didn't know what was going on. I was 12. So I hand it to him. He's like, "Give me the soda." So I hand it to him. He starts poking holes in it. And he looks at me. He looks at me, and you could just see bad parenting just walked over his face. Like, you could see it. And he goes, "Hey, bud, if you ever need to know how to smoke weed out of a pop can, this is how you do it." Then he just started doing it. And a lot of people would say that you didn't learn a lesson that day. I disagree. I learned a very valuable lesson. If you show a child how to smoke weed out of a pop can, so smoke weed for 1 day. If you teach a child how to smoke weed out of a pop can, you're going to lose custody of that child.